Hello, hello, everyone. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome to the Face Card Making Space. We are live, unscripted, unfiltered. Welcome to the chaos. Hopefully, everything's going to work. Hopefully. Unpaid interns in the corner to help moderate. I think I got everything taken care of. Links, as always, to everything I plan on using are below. They're also in the chat, pinned at the very top. And yeah. We're going to use some Waffle Flower. Not the newest Waffle Flower. I already did a video using some of the new July Waffle Flower release. That's all Christmas themed and it's amazing. Check that video out if you haven't already seen it. I will be doing more like Christmas stuff later because there was a lot in that release and it just... But I am jumping back to... Was this June's release? I think this was June's release. I can't even remember. I can't remember if this was May or June. I think it was the May release. The Seagulls, everything. There was like a series of unfortunate events. That release didn't show up to me till after the release. Everything was sold out, and then it was sold out for like a month or two, you know. Everything I'm planning on using today should be in stock. And like I said, I got links. I have been just waiting to use this stuff. And yeah, hello to everybody. I got plans. We're gonna make some seagulls. We're gonna do some stenciling. A couple different types of splatter, I'm sure. That's what I forgot. I knew there was something. One of the splatters. Okay. Yeah. I think that's everything. I'm like literally just okay. Yeah. Also, I lied in the last live. I have not mailed out cards. I did actually, and now where did I? They're behind me. Okay. Haven't mailed out the last live or the one before. So as I always promise, I'll mail them out this week with today's winners.
It's been a busy few weeks.
It's been chaos. Also, FYI, today's cards will have birthday sentiments in them. Like, for those that aren't aware, I give away the cards during the live to those participating in the live. That form is down below. We don't save anyone's mailing info, all of that. Those forms get deleted, etc. Unpaid intern will pick a couple winners. Just, yeah, disclaimer. Today, because I couldn't resist. The stamp set, the sentiments are hilarious. And I will, whoever wins them, regardless of whether it's your birthday or not, I'll still put like happy birthday for whenever it happens. You know, that's how we roll. And yeah. So, oh, it's Erica's birthday today. So happy birthday. Happy birthday to everybody. It's gonna, you know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's somebody's birthday somewhere and your birthday will roll around. So I'm just going to do it. I always keep my lives, like the cards I make in the lives, more just generic, you know, thank you, thinking of you, friend, because it makes sense. But I was like, no, today we're going to do birthday. I don't care. I don't care. We're doing it because it's going to be cute. And yeah, by the time the card gets here from Canada, it's probably her birthday. Exactly. You know, like, who cares? We're going to have fun with it. So let's do the things, because there's some things I want to get done so that stuff has time to dry while we work on everything else, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, I got a plan. I have a plan. We'll see. So, just white cardstock. And then this is the Seafoam stencil. I should be using one of my bigger grip mats technically, but again, I grabbed this one because it's convenient. And all that really matters is that I get it lined up edge to edge, because I am not trimming. I'm not planning on trimming anything down today. Usually I do. But we'll start with this. Just like this. And then we're going to do super simple, easy ink blending using Pawsitively saturated inks and a blending brush. And we're going to make it look like water, you know? Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna, I'm probably gonna need to re-ink this ink pad again. This is one of my most used colors. So yeah, seafoam ink with a seafoam stencil. Just kind of meant to be. So, and because I'm crazy, I am planning on doing more than one card again today because I did some die cutting before we started, yada yada yada. So I think I'm gonna be able. We'll see. We'll see. I should be able to do it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, this stencil is great. I've literally had all this stuff just sitting here, just waiting. I will have another video coming using some other things from this. Yeah, I think this was the May release. I'll have another video coming soon, possibly even tomorrow. It's just going to depend on a million things. Using some of the other parts of the release, and then what I was going to make today was going to be part of that video, and then I was like, I ran out of time. So I was like, ooh, I'll do this for my live. Show you guys this part of it, and then I'll do that separate video later, because this release was one of my favorites. My plan, because I'm going to die cut this. Yeah. Because it's cute, you know? It has seagulls and french fries. Like, the unpaid intern's going to love it too.
Yeah.
Because he has a thing for seagulls. And he likes to feed them french fries. And then one of these days, it's not going to end well. I was thinking about that while I was prepping this card. And I was like, remember that last time when we went on that road trip? And then we were in that parking lot eating french fries? And you were feeding the seagulls? And then, yes. And then they started, like, encroaching on our vehicle. And
it's so funny.
They start losing their minds, but then they start, like, their friends start showing up, and then I'm just like, we're going to be attacked soon. But yeah, they do love their french fries. Okay, so there's the first part. Just that, and then you could just add some ink. But I'm gonna die cut because, like I said, I have plans. But this is step 1, and then we're just going to rotate the stencil. So we're gonna rotate it. We're going to go like this. And then we rotated it. And then we're going to go on to, I'm going to leave that because, like I said, I'm doing this more than once. Now we're going to go in with a darker shade of ink. So this is Surf. Hello to Mari out at the lake. Jealous. Jealous. And yes, the mine, that is also going to show up on these cards. That's another thing. That is Finding Nemo is one of my favorite movies. And yeah, the seagulls, mine, 100%. Love it. Love it. It's perfection. Come see us and we'll take some fries to the beach. Oh! One of these days, I'll just show up unannounced. Like, I live here now. You know, the crazy thing is I don't think I've ever been to Candle Lake.
Never?
I don't think I've ever been there. I know. I've been a lot in other places, but I've never been there, even though it's like a gorgeous lake. Yeah. So many things. Okay. So, we did this one. And then you peel it off. See? It's starting to come together just a bit. And then what I'm going to do, so that it doesn't look so... I don't know. I'm not going to say... It's not camouflage. That's not the look I'm going for. But there's too much white on here. So I'm going to go back to the seafoam and just start, like, adding some to the background. And just start kind of blending this in. Just start toning it back. And yeah, I'm definitely going to need to re-ink this ink pad. Ones use a lot. Okay, yes, this is what I was going for. I wanted to just kind of tone down so it's not harsh white in between all of this. And then I'm even going to go in with an even darker shade. I'm going to go in with Ocean, kind of aptly named. And then more so keeping it kind of to the bottom area. And then just fading it up. Like as there's like little to no ink left on the brush. Just like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So then we just repeat. So exciting. Let's get this off my little grip mat. So that's background number 1. We're going to go right back to using Seafoam. Let's put that over there. Seafoam, another background, and then the stencil, just like so. Yes. Press. Okay. And then we just repeat. Like, none of this is rocket science. I still got to hold down the stencil a bit because, like I said, I grabbed this, well, the second smallest of the grip mats. Plus, there's ink on it now, so it's not going to, like, ink on the grip mat and on the stencil, so it's not going to hold as much, but I'm not too worried about any of this. So once we add all the other little bits, none of it's going to matter. Get all of this blended. Like that. And then do the same thing. Rotate. I really do need a bigger boat. Rotate the stencil. Just flip it upside down, flip it however, it doesn't really matter. Do whatever works for you. Line it up again. And now we go in with the darker shade, which was Surf. Move that out of the way so it's not catching. Hello to Belgium. I mean it, you guys. It's still no, I was gonna say drives me nuts. No, it doesn't drive me nuts. It still blows my mind that people tune in. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Okay. There we go. Also, and speaking of lives, I will be live again on Tuesday. Yeah, today's the 7th, Tuesday's the 9th. I will be live again here on my YouTube channel at 3:30, I think. I'm trying to remember. I think it's at 3:30 Eastern. It's like 1:30 our time, which would be what, 2:30 Central. Because I'm doing that Altenew Q&A thinger. But yeah, it will be for sure on the Altenew channel. I haven't yet sat down to figure out exactly how this works to add it to mine too. I know how it, like what I have to do. I've never done it before. But yeah, I'll be live on there too. So 2 lives from me this week, but the one on Tuesday will be just chatting and all that kind of fun stuff. And who knows? I'm sure it'll be chaotic because it always is. Because that's my life. Okay, so that stencil is done. Well, for the moment, but not the background. Then we go back in with that Seafoam shade. We're gonna blend that out. I never thought a background stencil could pull off being the feature point of a card. Oh yeah, depending on how you do it, you know, like some stencils are just great, you know, for adding little background details, things like that, but pretty much any stencil could be the focus, just depending on how you use it. And yeah, you know, like a person can pretty much do anything. You're only limited by your creativity, you know? Okay. So we soften that, and then get those out of the way. And then I wish we could see a pinpoint map while I was watching right now. That would be actually really cool. Like, I don't even want to think about what kind of a, like the coding that would be needed and everything, to, and then to be able to plug that in with YouTube, but that would be super cool. But then I would get distracted, like I always do, and I'd be like, look at, there's people in the upside down parts of the world watching. Okay, there we go. And like always, the positively saturated inks do soften and dry back, which you can kind of start to see already on the first one. It softened a bit. So now what we got to do is get all of this out of the way because, oh, and also wipe off the grip mat because I'm going to revisit this in a few minutes. Let me, yeah, I lost, there's the cover for it. There's the cover for it. Okay. Stick that there for now. I'll come back to it. Now we got to die cut this. So I'm using the Wavy Borders die that was also part of this release. If you really feel the need, you could just hand trim, you know. Am I ever going to do that? Hardly ever. Because just like everything, if there's a wafer die available, I'm going to use the wafer die. So we'll just stick that on there, tape it into place, and then we'll die cut it. Okay. Yeah, see, Queensland, Australia. Like, you're in the upside down part of the world. And in the future. Like, crazy. It's crazy. Okay. So there we go. Ooh. But wait till I get to the next part. I have ideas. I need to do this a second time. That out there. So do this a second time with this one. Kind of eyeball it. Not too concerned about it. Just get that on there. Get that on there. Thank you, Mari. You didn't need to do that. Thank you for the super chat. That's a helicopter. And it is low. I wonder if it's, I hope it's not the Stars helicopter. It is crazy low. Sorry, I don't know if my mic is picking that up. I think people with headphones on could have probably heard that. We don't see helicopters around here very much, except for the Stars one, which is an emergency response. So when you see that red helicopter, it doesn't mean good things. Don't like it. Yeah, there was that low one the other day though. Remember? Yes. That was crazy low. Like the garage was shaking. Bizarre. Anyway, I got distracted. Back to what we're doing here. Yeah, see, some of you guys could hear it. Nuts. It's nuts. It's just weird. It's really weird. Blarg. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Did they send to the upside down part? I missed. Oh, you have your headphones? Yeah, because this microphone can pick up a lot. A lot. I remember way back in the day, someone used to complain on my videos when I used to have the upstairs space that the unpaid intern has now taken over because he now works from home. I used to get complaints with my old voiceover. Again, this was because I've been down here for what, over 2 years now? Going on 3? Something. Anyway, because I would have the laundry and they were like complaining because they could always hear my laundry because it's my previous space is very close to our laundry room. And yeah, they would complain about the sound of the washer and dryer, you know, in the background of my videos. And I was like, what on earth? And you could only hear it if you wore headphones. And I was like, I am not changing any of this because we have many children. We do lots of loads of laundry. Anyway. Oh, Mari said there's a fire close to the lake here. We've had helicopters and water bombers the last couple days. Maybe that's where they're heading out to.
That could be.
That would make sense if that's what it's for. So yeah, that makes sense. That, yeah. Yeah. Okay. It always is. And then, yeah, there are people that live near like Air Force bases and Coast Guard. Yeah, like it's, you know, depending on where you live, it's a common thing. Around here, it's not. Like, not common at all. So.
We have grass fires sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes if there's like, well, yeah, fires, but that's different. You know, when there's things like that going on. But even then, unless they're bigger, they don't usually involve the helicopters. Anyway, okay. Now I'm getting into, and this is why I said these are going to be birthday cards because I'm going to use some of these sentiments because, hello, happy birthday, girlfriend. Wishing you a galtastic birthday. And then this is the one I'm probably going to use. May your birthday be as carefree as a seagull snagging fries. You know, but it also had the speckly stamp. Perfect for sand. That's what we're going to do. So I got some other inks because we got to do the sand, and then we're going to do a cool thing to add some texture because I've had these ideas sitting in my head since I saw this release months ago. Because just like with the llamas that I talked about in my, was that just my last video? Was it the last video I did? I don't even remember. Anyway, the birthday llamas. The second last video. I was like saying how I freaked out when I saw that release. Literally. When Nina at Waffle Flower emails me, and I'm always like, why? This is the best place ever. Raw, you know. Yeah, I did. It was the same thing. And then this release, I lost my mind. So, because it's super cute, Anna loves it. So we got a little bit of texture going on here. Just filling that last little gap. See? The sand. Love it. Okay. And then we're just going to do it again. So I just stuck those through an acrylic block. Heck, you can just pick it up with your hands even and just press it. Because especially with something like this where you're literally just creating texture, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't need to stamp perfectly. None of that's going to matter. So that was cappuccino ink. And then I'm going to go in with some mocha. Just because I can. That's neat. Look it. Can you see the circle?
Yes.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
A little trippy. Okay. So adding a bit more texture. And then, and yes, quick splatter. Back in the day, before I ever ventured into like actually splattering my cards, and in fact, way back in the day, that was one of my favorite stamp sets way back. I had wood mounted little stamps that were little splatter stamps. That's like 15 plus years ago, you know, and every once in a while, brands will release sort of splattery type stamps, and I always tell people a way to do it and be a little more controlled. Okay, so we got the texture. I'm not going to use this again. I think we'll be good. So we got some texture, and then I won't need this right now. I'll put that over there. We got to adhere these to the background before I get to The circle is weird. It's funny that it did that. It'll kind of, some of it'll kind of get covered up, which is good. Because we're doing this directly onto the card base, which I don't do very often. I've talked about this in videos, because that's another thing I've been asked, because it's like, why do you do things on a separate piece of cardstock and then you just glue it, you know, to a card base? It's like, why don't you just do that on the card base? Which, like, it was a valid question, and I was like, because I generally wreck the card bases. I get messy, man. And Splatter's coming, don't worry. We're gonna do real Splatter. I need to do all this. There's a method to the madness. So we're gonna adhere that. So we're starting to get the, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. And then literally I need more space. I just need more space. Okay? Okay. So then I'm gonna adhere this to the card base. Like that. There we go. And then I'm actually going to stamp the inside. The circle looks like a critter dog, and like, kind of. It's just funny how I managed to do that because I'm just amazing. I managed to go with two different stampings of the same stamp. It's funny when that happens. Anyway, I need to stamp the sentiment on the inside because we're going to add paste and stuff to this too. So we're going to definitely do that one. Yeah, okay. So we'll stamp the inside so that I can just move on with everything else. Like I said, there's always sort of a method to the madness, and in this case, because I'm live, I want to do the things all over the place. It'll make sense. It'll make sense once I add the paste. You guys will see what I was getting at. Yeah. Love it. Okay. Question I've been wondering about that. Oh, this is a precision. It's called the Precision Glue Press. It's listed and linked in the supplies. And yes, I did a specific video review of it back in March. It's on my channel. I post a lot of content, but it's on there. If you just either scroll back or just search, if you go onto my channel page and search, probably just Precision Glue Press, because I'm pretty sure that's what I labeled it, but it'll be there. And yeah, I did a review of it and gave my thoughts on it, which obviously I like it, and went about the ins and outs and all the things. So okay, I stamped the inside. I used the just VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink. So now I can get this out of the way for now. I might come back to that. Put that back there so that I don't lose it, because that's generally also what happens. And then this is where things are going to get interesting. I'm just going to use, there we go, this will work. Just some scrap paper. More so I don't seal these cards shut, which you'll see in a second. We're going to use some texture paste, white texture paste. And I'm going to use also press and seal. I've talked about this in a bunch of videos. I do have it linked because especially for my international peeps that watch my content, yada yada, Simon Says Stamp does carry this in their store, because this is very difficult to find internationally. For those of us in North America, you can find this at the grocery store, you know. But yeah, press and seal. You can use regular cling wrap as well. It just doesn't work as well. Press and seal is like the best. And again, for those that might not know, Jennifer McGuire's husband invented it. So he must have just known all those years ago that it would be a mainstay for the crafters. So we got paste, cards, and this is where things are going to get interesting. Like I said, I have ideas. So we're just going to add some. very messy with a palette knife. And I don't want to add it too thick because it's going to take forever to dry and we're live, so kind of don't want that. I also don't want it too thick because I'm going to be adhering other... I got seagulls to add to this card and stuff, you know? So if it's too thick, it's just going to make this card, like, ridiculous. But once I can get this into place, and then I can kind of feather it out a bit. Like that. Feather it out. And get it right up to the edge. This is why I put this scrap paper on the sides. This is what I was talking about not sealing my cards shut. So I have some paste. And then sea sponge. Just, we'll see. I have no idea how this should work. Oh yeah, I'm a genius, man. Oh, love it. Look at it. Look at what I did.
You used a sea sponge.
Yeah, but look how I used it.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Makes a lot of like churn looking stuff.
Sea foam.
Sea foam,
Yeah. Huh. Wait, I'll zoom in so you guys can see this better. How cool is this? Although I got a little piece of the sea sponge like in the... Although that would probably be kind of normal too. There we go. So yeah. Look at the texture it added. Sometimes I have really good ideas. Not always, but sometimes, okay? Love it. Love it. Okay. So there's one. And then we lift that off. And then I take my finger and just kind of tap it there on those edges so that I don't have like chunks of the embossing paste. How cool is that? Yeah. Look at it.
It is really neat.
I'm super awesome.
Yep.
Sometimes I get really good ideas. Okay, let's do this again. So you just take some texture paste with our little palette knife. And yeah, I'm just using more so just kind of the edge of the palette knife. So again, so I'm not adding tons of it. Just like this. Sometimes, you guys, sometimes I'm a genius. Or as I tell Chris, I'm a genus. You're like, oh, what species are you? I'm like, I don't know. Crazy species of crazy. I don't know. But yeah, I just, like I said, I've been planning this card out since I saw the release like months ago, and yeah, that just makes me happy. Okay, so we got our paste. There we go. Kind of drag it down just like that, and then take our little sea sponge and you just press it in there. See? How cool is that? Doop, 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 doop. And then I'm going to throw this in water, like the sea sponge, not my card. Just to make sure so that the paste doesn't, harden onto here, because that would not be a good thing. There we go. Love it. Love it. Okay. So we seal that back up, put the lid back on it, And then, same thing, remove my little scrap of paper. I take my finger and I just kind of brush off what little bit, the little rough bits on the edge. And then we just got to let that dry. So let me go back a little bit. Set that aside to dry. And then this guy is going directly into a container of water. So that a little bit of soapy water, and then I'll deal with that like after live, so that, like I said, the paste doesn't harden in the sponge, and I can just wipe off my little palette knife. Here it says sand embossing powder. Yes, they do, and I think I have some. That one though is more for actually, sand texture, which same thing. You could do that on the craft cardstock along with the stamping, and that would look really cool. But I was wanting to do like this. Oh, and then we have to add splatter. I knew there was something. I wanted to do the foam first, and then we're gonna add splatter. So, okay. So to do the splatter, we're gonna just tape these guys closed so that I don't get splatter technically all over the insides, but considering what a mess I usually make, all bets are off. So for the splatter, because that was also why I wanted to do all of this first, because then this will give time for the paste and the splatter to dry before we add all the other things on top. So we're going to use one of my go-tos, my Picket Fence Studios Paper Splatter Watercolor Liquid White Snowflake. It's just shimmery. It's shimmery. It's beautiful. We love it. Oh, and where did it go? It's here. Where is it? Where? Oh, there it is. It's hiding under my earbuds. You guys know. So, I'm gonna add a good amount of that because, we need to have some shimmer. Then my little fan brush. And then just splatter the ever-living heck out of it. And we'll add some to the top too. I'm going to add white splatter as well. But, yeah. Okay. And now 5 times fast repeating. I know, right? Picket Fence Studios Paper Splatter Watercolor Liquid White Snowflake. Don't ask me to do it 4 more times. I know Chris was gonna.
I wanted to. I had to stop myself.
It would turn into. Yes, it would. Yeah. I had to film an intro like so many times the other day because I kept saying, "Welcome back to the challenge," and not channel. Like my brain could not say. Oh. Anyway. Much better. Go big or go home. Add all the splatter. Some of this is going to get covered up because I'm going to add like multiple seagulls to this because whatever, but you guys get the gist of it. So we do that. And then welcome to the first timer, Rachel. Again, welcome to the chaos. There we go. So now we're going to add white splatter. And with this, my go-to, my huge, ridiculous tube of white gouache from Altenew, that I was like, this is going to be multiple lifetimes. I've already, like, look at how much I've already used of this. Like, who knows? I may end up using this up. You never know. It is actually possible. So I add a bit of that. I add some water to thin it out. There we go. To get it the way I want it. And then we add the white splatter, which If I do it lighter on top of the sand, it makes it look more like sand, you know? Just. And then we'll add a bit to this too, because why not? Why not? And it always helps if you stick your tongue out. It makes it work better. So you just do it like that. Follow me for more life-changing tips. There we go. Okay. Question. When I tried Splatter, I had very few dots, mostly stringy blobs. Depends, one, on what you were using. I've got a couple like stringy little blobs there. If you're using a fan brush, any brush really, but especially you can see with a fan brush, if the brush is really loaded up and there's a lot on it, regardless of what you're using, that will get you blobs. And if the blobs are big enough, they will get like stringy. And that's something where the queen, Kathy Zilski, when she does her splatter, one, I find it funny because I'm the one who, like, she started using the fan brush and that's what gave me the idea. And now she uses a very little brush. And I use that too sometimes. But what she does is she'll have her card and she'll start her splatter off the card to test because sometimes the brush is too loaded up. And she's much more, because she's more clean and simple, you know, much more just little delicate splatter. Whereas I'm just like, wow, just throw it all on there. I don't care. But yeah, if you keep having issues with that, it's probably because your brush is too loaded up. So you can tap the brush off a little bit, splatter a bit on a scrap to see how it's coming off, or to remove maybe the blobs if they're there, and then just use also a lighter hand, you know, because I'm just like, but if you do light little taps, you get lighter splatter. Okay. But it also just depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes light splatter is great. You know, it just depends on the look you're going for. In this case, I wanted it big. Go big, go home. That's, you know, and see it's shiny. Love it. So now those need to sit and dry, which shouldn't take too long because by pressing that sponge into the paste, it's not thick, you know, it's not creating a ton of bulk. So this should be fine. It should dry. We should be good. We'll see. We should be good. We'll just see what happens, okay? So then, where are my seagulls? I lost them. They're over here. We're good. We have seagulls. The Inquisitive Seagull set. This was another one that I absolutely lost my mind over when Nina Waffle Flower showed it to me. Because look at them. They're adorable. They're just ridiculous. Okay, I'll get back to that in a second. I need, there it is, my grip mat. Okay, don't need that anymore. So I've got all the pieces that I die cut of my little dudes. And I've got all their little, see, I got like paint. I got whatever, doesn't matter. And then their little, there's a die that die cuts their beaks separately. So I die cut all these pieces before we went live because that saved us some time so you guys don't have to sit and stare at me while I just die cut over and over and over again. So I've got their little beaks. Post links. Yeah. The Inquisitive Seagulls. And then I have French fries. Those are from, where'd that set go? Those are from the, so this and this is the Inquisitive Seagulls, and he comes in two sizes. He's big and little. They're still big. And then the French fries are the die cut from the Happy Seagull die set, which is also just stupid cute. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. But this one does a little seagull, and then he's got like a pail, and you can fill it with fries or fish. Come on. Like, ridiculous. But I just die cut individual French fries with the two little wafer dies in the set, because I was like, yeah, these seagulls, they deserve some French fries. Like, that's the whole point. So we're going to stick these. And I just die cut everything from white cardstock because we'll just do some really simple ink blending to add color to these pieces. And this saved me a ton of time having to dig out extra scraps or anything like that. And then Won't seagulls attack and take your food? Oh yeah. Like if you let them, they will. Like, there've been a couple times we don't go out very often, but there've been a couple times where we've been sitting in a parking lot and seagulls have shown up and Chris starts, tossing the occasional French fry out. And oh yeah, they start to and I lived that one time. They were like the bat signal went off and just more and more started showing out. I was like, dude, they're gonna start, like, they were starting to land on the car, giving Chris the stink eye because he wasn't just giving them all the fries. Yeah. Pretty sure given the opportunity, they would, attack. And I wouldn't be surprised if they have weapons because they're seagulls. Okay. Okay. For their beaks, there's my brushes. I was like, where are my brushes? I'm going to use my little Waffle Flower brushes because I love these. So I've got that color and a yellow one. So I got my little, these are the 1 Plus. Yeah. These are the 1 Plus shader brushes that I use a lot. I also I have all of them, but I also have the little 0 Plus. That's these guys. And these ones are tiny. Tiny little brushes. And these and then I have them, these are also by Waffle Flower. These were originally invented to fit in their water media mat. That's why they have these little like squares. But I just use them for storage because they're silicones, they're easy to clean. But I have a set of them because I've ordered extras, and that's how I keep my little brushes. Okay, so we're gonna do oranges for their beaks. So I've got, let me just derp, derp, derp. Okay, we got mandarin first, so we'll do mandarin and just blend. This is gonna be super quick and easy. Just like this. And then I pulled out terracotta just cause. Just to be a little bit extra. Oh yeah. See? Just to give it a little extra something. And those will just blend together. Give it that little extra. Doop. 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 Yep. So that was their beaks. Simple. Super simple. And then for the French fries, I've got zest and honey. So I'm going to start with zest as my lighter yellow. And just, that's it. Just simple. The Birds Beach Edition. I've never seen that movie. In fact, I don't think I've seen any of Hitchcock's movies. I'm very well aware of them, and get the premise and all the things, but I've never actually seen them. Maybe a couple scenes here and there over the years. I'm just, yeah. Anyway, so we did zest, and then we'll go in with a little bit of honey. Just kind of drag that in there. It's subtle, but gives it more of that golden French fry look, which is important, It's important that French fries look accurate. So a little brush, just give it a little drag, doop, doop, doop. There we go. So we got beaks and French fries, all the things. Doop, doop. Wipe that up. Okay. Move that out of the way. Wipe that up. And then what I did, and I did this off camera, I linked to all of it, but when I die cut all of these little dudes, rather than run it through with scraps of black cardstock, I just stuck all the eyes to a sticky mat and colored it with a black cocoa marker. Simple. you know. So yeah, and then we'll add little highlights to them in a second. But to do that, let me first get all of these off of here so that I can stick them into place. And then the reason I chose to do this on a sticky mat versus sticking the pieces to here, I don't like using my alcohol markers on my grip mats. More so it'd be different if you stuck like a full piece of cardstock, you know, to your grip mat and then you were coloring in like an image or something. But when I'm coloring something like this, like I'm getting it off the edges, and alcohol doesn't play nicely with grip mats. It's not gonna, like, this little tiny bit of stuff isn't gonna ruin anything really. But one, it will stain. Grip mats are gonna stain. But yeah, alcohol is not recommended on photopolymer. I've talked about that in many videos and other lives. Do not use alcohol to clean your grip mat. Same with your clear photopolymer stamps and stamps in general. Don't clean with alcohol. We only use like isopropyl alcohol to clean our stencils, to clean my glass work surface, things like that. Don't use it on photopolymer. It will, over time, it can ruin it. And you don't want that. That's not a good time. So I got my little eye blobs. Stick that back. Okay. And then to get the eye blobs into place, we're just going to do little bits of tape. There we go. Because then all I got to do is stick it like that. And then we take our little beak. And we adhere that right on top. And we have a derpy little seagull, and he's adorable, and I love him. Like, seriously, look at him. Look how cute he is. Oh, it's getting warm in here.
Is it?
You haven't noticed?
No.
I guess you're in the colder corner. Also, you're not on camera underneath all the lights.
Also true.
Okay. And then we just keep repeating amongst all the boards that I die cut. We're gonna keep doing this. Okay. Here we go. I'm very excited for the fall Alt-New event. Yes, I am doing a class. I am one of the instructors, which is crazy. There it is. I was like, I already lost my embellishment wand. Okay. Stick those guys into place. And then, okay. Use Post-it tape, sticky side up. Yeah, I used to do that. Post-it tape, sometimes painter's tape. I've shown that in like tons of previous videos, and I would like stick it down. And I would show how I would like tape the tape down to hold all the little die cuts. And now we've got grip mats and sticky mats, and life is so much easier, and I love it. Because, yeah, so much faster. And then I don't have to waste a ton of tape because I do a lot of stuff like this. And then I can like just rinse off my mat. Same with my sticky mat. I just rinse it in water. It'll get stained. I don't care. I rinse it in water, let it air dry, and it's good to go. These guys I just wipe off like that. Now my wipes are getting like gunk all over them. Wipe those off. And yes, over time they will stain. That's normal. And then there we go. We can put that away for now so that we can get all these guys assembled. And they all, I managed to get schmutz on that one. Good job, Amy. I could probably cover it up when I have the french fries, but let's just use an eraser. There we go.
Some real french fries right about now.
Oh, french fries would be good. Anyway. Anyway, like I was going to say before I got distracted by the schmutz, these guys, it's all pierced right there. So you can make them hold things, which is also one of the reasons why I love it. And that's what they're going to do because, of course, they're going to hold some french fries. So that's also why I go light on the glue because, one, you don't want it oozing out anyway, but you also don't want it to because, yeah, it. Hello. Okay. Then we just got to repeat with all of these. Is there any way to erase our comments from chat? I think you can. The ones that you yourself post, I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can delete it. Unpaid intern can delete it too. I can't on from where I'm.
What am I supposed to do?
Scroll up. It's Leah B's comment. She meant to delete one of them. It's not a big deal. I'm not too worried about it.
No. So she did it.
Oh, there you go. Because, yeah. Unless I turn to my laptop with my software, I can't delete comments. I can just ban people. I can go from one extreme to the other. I can either add your comment literally on screen or I can ban you. That's all I got, man. Which is kind of silly, really. But that's also why I have an unpaid intern helping me now, so that he can do those things while I'm busy mucking around with tape and gluing eyes to seagulls. There we go. Definitely gonna need to set my fan up. It was only a matter of time. I'm getting toasty. Here we go. So everything I used is listed and linked in the description box under the video, including the grip mats that I use, the sticky mat, all of it. All of it is listed with links. Let me make sure I don't get the tape past the edge of his little face. The tape also doesn't need to be perfect because these will get adhered, but this is the easiest way to stick them down.
Turn that around. It looks like this is a horror
movie.
based on the way that the ghosts all have yellow eyes.
We could go many directions with this.
Yes.
It's not going to be horror themed cards, but it could be, really, depending on my mood. But no, we're gonna give them normal eyeballs.
Yeah.
Not gonna
instead of the glowing yellow ones.
Glowing yellow crazy ones. Right, I mean, if I really wanted to go that route for the Halloween cards, I could do zombie seagulls.
If you kept them right now, it just looks like happy face ghosts.
I know, right? But they could be zombie seagulls.
They could be.
Instead of french fries, it could be fingers.
Yeah.
Man, see, sometimes I'm a genius.
I was just thinking, it's like you could turn this into a turkey too.
Yeah, he could be a turkey if you want to do things. I don't really do Thanksgiving cards, but that is also an option. But yeah. Yeah, it's all an option.
Or a peacock, that would be cool too.
Yeah, peacock could be done. Okay, let's get all these guys adhered. There, see, they're regular. They're just regular, but yeah. Add a bit of grunge, a little bit of red splatter, and some severed fingers to their beaks. Yep, I could do it. I've come up with some pretty weird stuff when it comes to Halloween. There we go. Just need a bit of glue. It's almost time for Halloween cards. Oh yeah, Halloween series will be starting this month. I don't have an official date because besides the fact if I said any sort of official date, I can guarantee I wouldn't even like hit that. But the Halloween series does start this month. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. It'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. There we go. So we got all these guys. And then we come back. These ones are dry. They need some french fries. So we're going to just take some french fries. Add a little bit of glue. There we go. So we'll just take that one like that. And then I'll take a littler french fry because he's going to have 2 french fries. Like that. Because he ain't sharing with nobody. Get under there. There we go. He's got little french fries. Just like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue underneath his beak here. Get over there. How do I want to do that? There we go. That's better. Yep. And then I can just stick a magnet on him, let him dry. And then repeat that on this guy. So got French fry. Then we got another French fry. When we see the bat light, we know it's time. I'm hoping that bat light works this year. It should. I remembered to take the batteries out of it before I put it into my Halloween storage bin last year. And yeah, it should be a good time. Get up there. There we go. There we go. Yep. Okay. So they both have some French fries. And then gonna add a little dab of glue to that one. And then let that sit for a minute. And while it's sitting, I'll use my go-to white gel pen to add little highlights to these guys. Just like that. Just gives them that little extra something. So do just little dotty bits. Like that. Just livens it up. And they still look clueless, and that's what I love. There we go. Oop, glue wasn't dry on that one yet. Get in your place. Press you down. There we go. Okay. Oop. There we go. Get there. Doop. And then we gotta do the same thing to these dudes. Add slightly bigger highlights. A little bit to the fries too while we're at it. Maybe some little dots because, you know, these are going to be salty fries because fries without salt is like a crime. There's just no point. There we go. Do. Little dots. Okay. So we got those guys. And then 2 of the little guys also need some french fries. As always, there's a method to the madness. So 2 of these guys will also get a couple french fries each. Okay. Yes, to the zombie seagulls. Could add a Christmas hat to them and have them holding out. Yeah, totally. It would be super cute, especially for people that, you know, live near the beach, tropical areas, because I know, like, doing Christmas themed things with snow, etc., doesn't really apply. So you could use these guys, give them a little Santa hat, take a whole little bit of holly or something, or more French fries. Because really, I think French fries can just be a universal all occasion thing. Like, I'd eat French fries at Christmas.
Heck yeah. Sounds like a great
Turkey and
breakfast.
French fries.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
Turkey poutine.
Yeah, turkey. Why do we always end up talking about poutine on my lives?
I don't know. But when I used to go to that out to, like,
I know that one. There's places that do make turkey
Yeah.
poutine. I've heard of it. I've never had it. I'm old
Dustin.
school with
Dustin
poutine.
makes it.
Oh, does he? Of course he does. I am old school with poutine. I don't add anything to it. It is just fries, gravy, and cheese. Doesn't need anything else.
It's great with turkey thigh meat.
Oh, I know it is. People, you can add, like, the amount of stuff people add, it is a thing. Whatever. There we go.
Seagull poutine isn't quite as good.
See, gross. I mean, if I wanted to do that for like a Halloween card, but please no. Like, I can be dark and twisted, but that's just gross. Not to mention, I'm sure there's got to be like some like international law being broken with something like that. Yeah. That, or you would open up some voodoo portal and the seagulls would haunt you for the rest of your days. So anyway. Okay. So my little dudes, they've all got their little French fries. There we go. Okay. So birds got their French fries. Added a little dab of glue there just to make sure things just stay in one spot. Okay. I was talking about Finding Nemo in the beginning of the live. Yeah, and they do say mine. That's coming. Just, you guys are getting ahead of yourselves, okay? I can only move so quickly. Okay, we got those 2 dudes. There was something else I was going to do, and now I completely forgot. What was I going to do? I don't know. There was something. I was going to make a card. I was going to sit and do a live. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's not fully dry. Okay. We're going to set these guys aside. We will come back to the crazy seagulls in a moment. They will go back onto the card. I want to try poutine so bad. Oh, you can totally make it. It's easy. You just good fries. Technically, cheese curds is the traditional thing. I'm not sure if cheese curds are readily available for everyone. Probably not. However, a lot of, like, when we're at home and we make poutine, I use I prefer, you can use like mozzarella, but we use marble cheese and we just grate it. So you got French fries, sprinkle a good, and especially if the fries are like fresh and hot. If they're not, we throw it in the microwave. But French fries, sprinkle a generous amount of cheese, and then brown gravy. Drown it in brown gravy, and it's same thing. If the gravy's hot, you don't need to microwave anything because it's hot fries, cheese, brown gravy. It becomes a melty, gooey, wonderful, life-changing experience. For those that have never tried it, you should. Your life will be forever changed. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. Mine. Mine. Told you. It's there. We're good. It's in the stamp set. The whatever this Inquisitive Seagulls coordinating stamp set. You know? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a bit of heat embossing. Okay. What kind of fries do you use at home? We buy because Costco sells the big bags. They have two varieties. They have the ones they call the Cavendish fries. Those are like the Costco typical, like they're very battered. Love those fries, especially from Costco, because when they're deep fried, best fries. But even like any fries will work on it. It's just personal preference, you know? And so yeah, people can kind of do their thing, and we don't deep fry hardly ever at home, so we just bake ours. And if you've got an air fryer, yeah, cook up your fries, add some cheese, add some gravy. Life is wonderful. Wonderful. But yeah. And then you can add whatever you want. If you want to do like toppings and that kind of stuff, like there's a million options for poutine toppings. I don't. Fries, cheese, gravy. That's it. That's all you need. What am I doing? Heat embossing. Yeah. Oh, I need my. Also, I was going to show this off. This is totally random. That's one of my peonies. And yes, it is. I got to move back to so I don't get, because it's in a little jar of water. It is literally the size of my head. So I cut one off because I have been growing these. This is now like year 3 or 4. And yeah. So they finally bloomed. Thankfully, they waited till after the hail. So, isn't that beautiful? It makes me happy. But yeah, it's like taking up space on my desk, and I don't care. So I can't even reach some of my stuff because I've got this huge bloom. But it makes me happy. Okay. Oh yeah, 100% real. This is a real. Wait, I gotta move so I don't get liquid and like knock over my embossing powder. No, it's the real deal, dudes. See, yeah. Like I had to cut the stem short with this one because my blooms actually had multiple, so I cut this one off and left the other blooms. But yeah, this is real, and it's my camera. I can't even like do the color justice.
No, you can't.
And this is actually faded because I've had this in here almost a week now. Few days. It's been a few days, but isn't that beautiful? So yeah. Okay. Okay. Crispy. Yeah, crispy fries.
Yes, the crispier the better.
Yep. How big does the plant get? My peonies right now, they're like 3 feet by 4 at least.
Yeah, they take up a good amount.
They've exploded this year because I planted them a few years ago and they're very tiny, just me. And now they've exploded to the point where I actually have to dig up other plants and move things out of the way because the peonies are they're enormous. And yeah, blooms like almost the size of dinner plates. I'm so proud of myself because I kill everything. But my peonies are like thriving, and I have them in front of the house so that all the neighbors can see how amazing I am. And they can't see all the dead plants in the back, so we're good.
Yep.
But yeah, they're beautiful, and it makes me happy. What am I doing? Back to the heat embossing. Okay. But yeah, that is my one success for sure with planting is the peonies. They've taken off with a vengeance. And I have lighter pink ones too that are blooming. Same thing. I need to get another little bowl to put some water in to clip another one and bring it in here before they go away. That's the only thing. They don't last very long.
Yeah, like a month or so.
Not even. They bloom for about a week, 2 weeks, and then they're done. But totally worth it. Okay. So, anti-static powder. That's what I did first. Just scrap red cardstock. Anti-static powder to keep the embossing powder from clinging to anything other than the stamped images. And images being these little sentiments. And then some clear embossing ink. Oh, I put little bugs from that flower. There we go. And then I am not even going to worry about stamping these straight or anything. Because I'm going to hand cut this, which is not something I do very often, but it's going to add to the silliness, in my opinion. So we'll just stamp this. Because you need to do many. Mine. Okay. So did that. And then we're going to add white embossing powder. Tap off the excess. Yep. Okay. Peonies take some years to get established, but if they get more gorgeous. Oh yeah, and they'll get huge. Like I will probably in about 2 years, I will have to dig mine up and separate them. I don't know lots about plants, but I do know that with peonies, I will have to dig them up and like separate the root systems and because they'll take over. They'll just keep getting bigger, and that's the best part. So let's heat emboss. Yep. Okay. And you let it cool off for like a second. And then you just take your microfiber cloth and a little bit of elbow grease to remove that anti-static powder. Just like so. And then I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to trim these by hand. I'm not going to use anything. Normally with sentiments, I either want to use like a coordinating wafer die or a sentiment label die or like my paper trimmer, because I can't cut a straight line to like save my life ever. But I don't care with this. I think it should look a little wonky. They're wonky little seagulls with their derpy little selves. So let's just continue with the wonky derpiness, which is Amy's attempt at cutting a straight line. So, yeah. And then, and we had to have multiples because that's what they do. Mine. We're gonna have to watch Finding Nemo again. Still one of my favorite movies.
It's a great movie.
I love it. I love all those movies. There we go. Another little bug. Alright. What was I doing? Yeah. It helps if you have the image facing you when you're cutting it, not upside down. Follow me for more like life-changing tips. There we go. And then do that. Wonky derpy. Hey, that's basically me in a nutshell. Probably why I like these seagulls so much. I was like, I identify with these creatures. And really, I'm the same way with French fries. As the unpaid intern can attest to, when he got himself some Costco French fries the other day and didn't bring home any for me.
I'm sorry.
Still mad about that, man. How could you?
I'll bring home some today.
That consists of our date life, really.
Yes.
When we actually can go to Costco together and then we get French fries. And $1.50 hot dog and a drink. Yeah. We are super fancy. Living so high class.
On Fridays, we sometimes go out for lunch too.
Yeah, those rare. Yeah, that's been fun. We've been able to go out a couple times to like local places and get a lunch here and there. But that's not going to be happening anymore.
It isn't?
Well, the kids aren't in school.
Oh, right. I thought all of a sudden you cut me off.
Oh, I cut you off. I should cut you off. You didn't get me French fries. You got your... It'd be different. It's one thing if you just go to Costco, fine. But the fact that I found that he had gone to Costco and got himself French fries. and didn't bring home any for me. It's heartless. So cruel. Such abuse. Many tears. Anyway.
I'm still going to find a way to go for lunch.
No pay raise for the intern. Exactly.
Wow.
Which that is one thing we forgot. I had it on the list. We didn't get the peanut M&Ms. We got other things. I forget what we got.
We got those steak bites that were really not very good.
I didn't mind them. Yeah, I got
We
them
could have used
beef
more
jerky.
flavor.
Yeah, maybe a bit. And then, we got those chips, those barbecue,
Onion ones.
the Doritos. Well, you call them onion chips. God, he's such a boomer sometimes. They're sweet and salty barbecue, I think they were called. Or sweet and tangy. I forget. Barbecue Doritos. They were good. And I don't like barbecue chips for the most part. Those ones are good. Anyway, okay, back to what we're doing. We got all our little sentiments. And then we got our cards that are mostly dry. Not 100% dry, but it's dry enough. Like, it'll be good. I'm so proud. Like, look at what that sea sponge did. Look how cool that is.
That is really cool.
Sometimes my brain works great. And then other times, it doesn't work at all.
That sand is so trippy.
I know, right? Yeah. These are fun. Okay. Oh, you can get some from it. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, we'll get some. Yeah, question. Did you get peanut M&Ms while you're at Costco? I had it on the list and we completely spaced, but it's still on the list. So, because we go to Costco all the time because we have many children to feed. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we'll get some peanut M&Ms and some French fries. Yeah, this is the thicker spots are little, like they're not crispy dry yet, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine. See, look it. This is what I love it. Oh man. Okay, how do I want to arrange these guys? I think I want him there. And then this one over here. Because I don't really want to cover up too much of the foam, obviously, because it's super cool and I put effort into that, you know? So, yeah. We're going to do this. And then as I've shown, I take, if I can find one, there it is. There's my little pencil. Okay. Sorry, my typing so, oh, it's fine. I am a ridiculously fast typer when it comes to like chats or like texting. I'm like, you know. And I have one friend that I text with, and she's like 5 minutes back in the conversation. I'm just like, you know, just blasting her. It's funny. I get a kick out of it. Anyway, okay. Foam tape. Gotta add a little extra dimension. So got our big mama foam tape. Actually, here, let me move this again. Just because I'm going to keep showing off my peony because I grew this. Like, I'm awesome. For compare, like, look at that. That's how big it is. Yeah.
Peony tape.
It is big mama foam tape size, my peonies. Anyway. So I drew the pencil line so that I don't put foam tape past that. It just makes life a little bit easier so that I can stick it on here. So we'll just cut some pieces. Some pieces of foam tape. Like so. Save those little bits. And then bugs on the tape. Oh yeah, probably. I've got like dust and lint stuck to the side. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Do that. Do that. Trim off a little piece of that. There we go. So, yes, to those just tuning in now, you will definitely have to tune into the replay because I showed how I made these awesome backgrounds that are super amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. So you won't have to tune in. So you can see because I did a darn good job. Okay, so then this also, to make it easier, I just line up the corner like so. Boop, boop, boop. And then trim off this little bit. Also just like so. Look at it. Seriously. How is he not the cutest freaking thing ever? Love it. Okay. And we just gotta repeat with this dude. Just like that. Doesn't need to be exact. This is fine. So you flip it over. Trace it with a pencil. And then add the foam tape. If I could spell correctly, I'd be faster, but I can't. Oh, man. Don't even get me started on that crap, especially now with all the new stupid meta AI and all the dumb crap. And I've noticed it with the Apple products too, is like predictive text and all that garbage. It drives me insane. I was complaining to Chris about that just the other day. I was like, I don't like it. I fight with it constantly. Like, I'm okay with autocorrect for the most part, other than it's never duck. Ever. It's never duck. There's been like one time in my life where I actually wanted to type the word duck. But yeah. Autocorrect sometimes does help. Like, I use it a lot because sometimes I'm like, I don't remember how to spell this word. And sometimes autocorrect is like, what are you even trying to spell? As I'm like trying to type it out phonetically. Anyway. Okay. Do it again. We line up the edge with my pencil lines. And commit. And give me a little tap. Okay. And then it predicts the wrong words. So yes, the predictive text, yes, 100%. It drives me insane. Like, I've been noticing it more and more, and it drives me out because I was like, that's not what I was trying to say. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Leave me alone. Like, I hate it. I hate it so much. Okay. Back to what we were doing. Gonna add this dude over here. Just gotta get like the edge lined up. And we're just gonna keep boop adding them in, and then adding the little bits of foam tape so that he can be adhered. In fact, I'm just gonna do it like that. Sometimes you want to throw your phone away. Oh yeah, some days it's just ridiculous. I'm all for advancements in technology, but some of the stuff that they are doing is not an advancement. It's annoying. I don't like it. There we go. There we go. It's kind of the same thing with drive assist too. Now that vehicles have that. I've only driven a vehicle with drive assist once, and it literally drove me insane. It was like it felt like I was fighting with someone else. You know, like trying to drive, and I don't like it. So it's the same thing with like predictive text. It's like I feel like I'm fighting with someone else, and it's like, stop it. The only time I think drive assist is like, I like it when it notifies you when, there's someone passing. And I have yet to do it myself because our vehicles don't have that, where you press the button and it parallel parks for you.
Oh yeah.
I've been in a vehicle while that was happening, and it freaks me out. It's so bizarre, but Yeah, that's the only time. I was like, pretty cool. You can press a button and, you know, the car parks itself. I still don't trust it though, you know? I think we're just asking for problems. Okay. This guy, I can just do that. And then... love it. Love it. Derpy little creatures. Okay. And we do this one. It's like, stop putting words in my mouth. Yes. It's so annoying. I was like, that's not what I was trying to say. Like, and then I'm deleting it, and then it's like still trying to. Oh. Don't like it. So, yeah. And then it's a repetitive duck, 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 duck when it's doing that. Okay. Get that little sliver off of there. There we go. Okay. And then don't trust vehicles or drones. Oh yeah. Especially like the newer ones. And I'm not going to mention the name of the certain brand just because, even though the owner's a bloody idiot as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I we all know human nature. There shouldn't it shouldn't even be allowed that you can just let your car drive because you are supposed to be paying attention. Like I could never ever, like, if you don't want to drive, take public transit, you know. Anyway, okay. Yep. You just got to be, because they're all just, you know, peeking in. I'm gonna do it like that. Yep. Okay. So then just do like that, and keep adding the foam tape. Okay. My daughter-in-law's car won't let you change lanes unless you turn on the blinker, even to get off an exit. My son hates it. That's actually technically a good thing because people don't use their blinkers ever. Another pet peeve of mine. Like, the whole point of a blinker is to signal your intentions, people. But yeah, interesting that it won't allow it. That's weird. Again, what we welcome our robot overlords. Hopefully they will treat me nice when they take over. Okay. So, gotta do it again. We'll just line them up. Just like that. And then we'll just do that. And that. Seriously. Do I need to say anything more? Like, love it. Stick him there. And then we'll just do the last little bit like that. And all right, get off the roads. Most can't drive anyway. You're in California. Oh yeah, people can't drive. Not anymore. They couldn't anyway, for the most part. That's something I think all of us can just complain about all the time. People just can't drive, but yeah. It's kind of insane to me in some ways how some people just treat it like it's a right and not a privilege. And the fact that I remind my older children, you are driving a vehicle that weighs a lot, you know, and can hurt many people, including yourself. Like, treat it with respect. Drive proper. And yeah, avoid the nutters if possible. Because Anyway, okay, let's get this guy in place. Just like that. Okay, so we got that. And then we got to do... Oh, I forgot. That's what I was going to do. I couldn't remember earlier. I was going to add the little salty dots and the lines. Get over here. There we go. To these French fries. That's what I was forgetting earlier. Little highlights. Just like that. And then little dots for the salt. Because of course these fries have salt on them. Because otherwise, ew. And like someone said earlier, unsalted fries are just potatoes. Truth. We are potato connoisseurs in this family. So, and yeah, that's why I wanted the small guys. The smaller guys on the front, there's like a whole, smaller guys don't have French fries, but this one got away with some. So he's going on the inside. Just like this. There's always a method to the madness. So we're going to adhere this guy to the inside. Just like that. And then trim off the excess. Just like that. There you go. Thank you, Marilee. You messaged me or emailed me the other day. I'm pretty sure you did. Thank you for the super chat. Because isn't your name Alice? Or maybe I'm crazy. I can't remember half the time. But yeah. Thank you for the super chat. It also breaks for you. If you accidentally turn on a blinker, you'll move lanes. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That kind of stuff. That sounds like it was many years ago. It was before the unpaid intern came into my life, but it was someone else owned it. It was like a Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk drive assist, bells and whistles type vehicle. And yeah, I hated my one time driving this stupid thing. Don't like that. Nope. Like, yeah. Okay. A lot there. I was like, I lost my glue. Okay. Alice. Okay. I'm not crazy. I recognized your username. Okay. So thank you, Alice, for the super chat. I appreciate it. You guys, some days I don't even know what day it is, let alone some of the other things going on. It's just, I mean it when I say chaos. Okay. Fun times. Fun times. Okay, dried. Glued that down. Blah, blah, blah. Gotta let the glue dry. And then, boop. Trim off the excess. And then we got all our little sentiments. Oh man, I love it so much. This is so fun. Okay, where are my foam squares? Hello, foam squares. Let's use some of those ones because I have a pile of all my foam squares. Okay, so we'll do these guys. And while I'm going to do sentiments, and then I have one little embellishment I'm going to add to them. Mine. There. And then one on the inside. And then I gotta do this one. And then side. Because this guy got some, so he gets a big... Yep. 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 Okay. And yes, while I'm doing this last little bit, the unpaid intern can use the randomizer Doomahicker and pick a couple winners. I will mail them out this week. I actually was prepping the labels and stuff for the previous ones. Because like I said, for those that might have missed the intro, I have the last 2 lives to mail out. That is going to happen this week. I started getting that dealt with. It's just been legit chaos and yeah. Same, all my excuses. My life is chaos. Yeah. It just is. Okay. That one. And then I missed the beginning when you made the card base. You will definitely have to rewatch from the beginning because yeah. The making the card base and what I did with the texture paste. Genius. Total genius. So just to toot my own horn for once. Because, I don't usually have genius moments, but every once in a while. And when I do, though, I'm gonna yeah. There we go. Okay, get the little foam squares into place. And then get that like that. I'm just gonna leave that off of there for now. And then the last thing I wanted to add, where did I put it? I had it here. There it is. I'm gonna add some little hearts because I had them sitting here. Where's my little doomer hickey thing? We can add a few little clay hearts. Just cause, cause why not? That's why. We'll stick those. Yeah, I like that. So we'll stick some on here. Just like so. There we go. There it is. I was like, where is my embellishment wand? A little dab of glue. Glue those into place. Just like that. Like that. And just make sure to check my blacklist so that one who called my cards the ugliest she's ever seen doesn't win. Yeah. Oh, some of the chaos I deal with some days. Man, so funny. So funny. I don't think these cards are ugly either. I think these cards are funny and adorable. So, yeah. Okay. Here we go. We got... Was there anything else I was going to add to these? No, I think this was it. I wasn't going to add anything else. Yeah. We're good. We're good. So, there are my cards using... You can see the texture I created with the texture paste and the sea sponge. Love it. Love it. And then there's shimmery liquid watercolor splatter. Love. And then yeah.
I have some winners when you're ready.
We had winners. Who are our winners?
We have a Mary D from Hamburg, New York.
Okay, Mary D in New York.
Yeah, and a U from Alexandria, Louisiana.
And a Janice U in Louisiana. Woohoo! So I will mail these out. Here, let me switch over to the. There we go. Just go like this. There we go. There we go. I will get these mailed out this week. That is, like I said, I have the other ones sitting behind me. Got the labels printed out for everyone's addresses, and yeah, that is on this week's to-do list. So yeah. Like always, links to everything I used are in the description box below the video, and then later today I'll have the photos and all the things for the blog post, social medias, all that stuff that will go up again just a little later today. And after I'm done this live and cleaning up the absolute disaster of a mess that I made, which big surprise there. Actually, I'm going to save those for now. I got to clean off that stencil. And yeah, this was fun. I had fun with you guys.
Yeah.
This was good. I don't think... Never thought seagulls could be cute. Yeah, I know, right? But they can be. And yeah, thanks to Unpaid Intern.
Hello.
Even though he didn't get me french fries that one time at Costco.
The seagulls took them.
Oh yeah, the seagulls took them. We do have seagulls around here.
Lots of seagulls, lots of pigeons.
Yeah, lots of pigeons. Yep. And crows.
So many.
And Canadian geese that are...
Ornery.
Did I send you that video, that one dude? He walks to work and there was Canadian geese.
Oh.
Did I send you that video?
Yeah.
He's like along the edge of a river or whatever, and they're on the pathway like hissing at him and stuff, and he's just like, no!
Do you remember me telling you that story of that bird that used to stare at itself in my car mirror for like 8 hours a day?
That's right.
After I parked.
Yeah, when you used to work out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had that bird that would sit and stare at himself in your
and then just crap on my car.
Chris would come out from work. There's just bird crap all down the side of his car where the bird would stand on the edge of the window there.
Yeah.
And then stare at himself in the rearview mirror. Yeah. On the side mirror. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was so funny because, yeah, there was so much bird poop. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, that's how that bird kept himself amused every day when Chris was at work. So, yeah, he's probably found a new vehicle to
admire himself in.
Yeah.
Pretty bird.
Pretty bird. Who's a pretty bird? Didn't we watch that a few months ago or last year? Dumb and Dumber? We watched it again.
Oh, maybe.
One of my favorite movies. So dumb. It really is so dumb. That was one of the movies as a kid that I did watch many times. Didn't fully understand some of the humor as a child, but as an adult, yep. Anyway. My husband got bit by a goose on the back of his arm. Oh, yeah, and they bite.
They hurt.
Yeah.
They got the
Canadian geese are nasty. Like, they are mean. And I warn the kids about that because they come, like, here. And they have their little babies. And as once they have their babies around, I warn the children, like, stay away from them. Like, do not go near them. Because, yeah, they hiss and they bite and they will attack. And they are large. We have a parrot that talks to Alexa all day and he gets her mad. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Birds that can talk are something else. I send Chris little like reels of that kind of stuff all the time. It's like, who's a pretty bird? You know, or whatever. Or the ones especially the cockatoos. Those are my spirit animal. Because yeah, that one, the dancing or the one that's like, what the? I'm not going to say it in the video because I'll get demonetized. But yeah, that one is like my spirit animal. That's all it would say though, 24/7. I'm like, what the?
Or I'd be yelling for me.
Yeah, crap. Yeah, it would. So anyway, swans are also we saw swans the other day.
Yeah, we did.
I haven't seen swans like in the wild in years, and we saw some the other day. And then when we went back later to like get a closer look, and they had moved on, which made me sad because I wanted to show the kids so bad because that's really cool. But yeah, yeah, geese, really large birds. You know, you just don't mess with them. They're not friends. Same with like turkeys. Turkeys are vicious. My grandma used to have turkeys, and I would literally not get out of my vehicle if they were wandering around when I got there because they're huge and they're mean and they're scary. Oh my goodness. Anyway, do. Yeah, we have geese everywhere here. Oh yeah, we have like the Canadian geese. They come up here and they go up further north, and then they all fly down to the south for the winter. And then the Americans get to deal with the Canadian like gift of Canadian geese, and it makes me laugh. So yeah, yeah. Um, the flat grip mat. It's linked. The grip mats are linked in the description box below the video. The ones I used, and then yeah, because Waffle Flower makes grip mats. Picket Fence Studios has grip mats. Altenew has grip mats. They're all great. It just depends on whichever ones. And okay, poultry in general is very angry. I think so in a lot of ways. I used to have as a kid when I was little. Like before I have any full recollections, like I was a toddler. I had pet chickens. Like they lived in the house. And yeah, I don't for whatever reason I only had 2, not 3, because I named them Huey and Dewey. I don't know what happened to Louie. Maybe there was a Louie and it ended up in the soup pot. Who knows? Who knows? This was many, many like decades ago. And I was a very little tiny person, but I had pet chickens. And I guess they were like pretty chill, you know? But in general, poultry are not the nicest. But anyway, um okay. Okay. I know, right? It's funny. Lots of birds have facial recognition, and if you've made them mad, they'll poop on your car. I believe it. I believe it. In fact, we saw a vehicle. Gosh, this was last year, I think. One of the rare times Chris and I got to go out for lunch. And I just remember us pulling up in the parking lot, and there was a car covered in bird poop. Like, covered. And I was like, man, you must have made some wrong decisions in the last couple days. Like, they got their vengeance, and all the other vehicles around it were like fine. It was just that one car just covered, and I was like, you better deal with that because that stuff's like acidic. Like, it causes damage. Anyway, you had a pet rooster. Love it. I wouldn't. Oh, them, especially in the summertime when it gets light out really early. No, don't need them caterwauling. Anyway, uh, I've heard that about crows. Yeah, crows, magpies are my spirit animal. We have a bunch of those around here too. More so for just the shiny things. Although Chris would love to train the crows so that we could have a murder of them, and they would do our bidding. We haven't quite figured out the logistics of that yet. But it's a pipe dream. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so random. Welcome to my lives. It's so random. So random. But that's it from me for today. I have 5 million other things I got to do. I'm going to let these fully dry. It's almost completely dry. Almost. So I'm going to let these fully dry. I will mail out these ones, last week's live and the previous week's live. Those will get mailed out this week. So, also, because last week there was holidays. We had, Canada Day, there was July 4th, all the things. Like, there was holidays, things going on. And then, yeah, I will be live on Tuesday. I was talking about that earlier. I will be live. Should hopefully work to be live here on my YouTube channel. But I will for sure be live on the Altenew YouTube channel on Tuesday. I will post on my socials once I get it all figured out. I'm going live with them. I think 3:30 Eastern is the time that is official. I'm trying to think, like, so that would be what, 2:30 Central. So I go live with them on Tuesday because we're doing the Q&A and stuff. So I'm just going to talk with Bridget, love her. And you guys will get to see again me and all my chaos. So I'm going live on Tuesday. I have plenty of videos coming as always. I will have another video coming probably tomorrow. I'm just trying to think. I got to finish some things up using some of the other things from the same release as this stuff. The Waffle Flower, I think it was the May release. I think that was the release. Anyway, I have another video coming using some of the other products because I loved it. And then for those that may have missed it, I have that llama. I already put them with my Christmas cards. Those llama Christmas cards that I posted a couple days ago. Yeah, that was just a couple days ago. Those are up on my channel using some of the new Waffle Flower, like from the July release, because it was Christmas and July release, and that was such a good release. Like I said in the beginning, I will be using more of that release later once I officially start my Christmas card series. I even ordered some of the other stuff that wasn't sent to me because I was like, I need this in my life. So yeah, there will be many things, and we'll just see. Yeah, good luck in this week's live. I know I've never done a live in this way, and I'm nervous about that. I'm not nervous about like being live or talking with Bridget. I did a podcast with her forever ago. Gosh, it was like the beginning of this year. It went live March. It's on the Altenew channel, and I had shared it on my socials and stuff. But I did a podcast sort of interview thing with Bridget at Altenew, just talking about crafting and card making and whatever, chaos. I think they even titled it that. I think it does actually say "Welcome to the Chaos." And I was like, it's true. It's true. But yeah, I've never done a live where they're controlling it. I'm just able to restream it to my YouTube channel. I've never done that before. So we'll just see. We'll just see how that works. Hopefully it works. Because yeah, it's gonna be nuts, and you have all your answers. Probably not. They already threatened that they were gonna change the questions because Kathy Zielski went live with them a couple days ago. She went live with them, and I was like chatting and causing chaos in the comments, like I always do. And I said I was taking notes, and Bridget's like, "We'll just have to change the questions," and I was like, "No." I deserve it. So we'll see. We'll see what she has up her sleeve for me. It could be interesting. But yeah, we'll have that one. And then I'll do like I said, I'll do my photos, all the things. Stay tuned. I have a lot coming. I'm just like I always do. When do I not have tons of content coming? So yeah, I gotta clean up my mess. I'll do the blog post. Everything is linked. Like always, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, those that chat with me during the live, and those that, catch up on the replay, because I get it. Not everyone's got the time, and the ones that literally like don't have the time, but they'll just catch up in segments. Love it. Honestly, whatever works for anyone, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you guys. You're the best. We got the best peoples on the internets in my opinion. And yeah, I think yeah, the live will be good. It's more just the tech aspect of it all, because you just never know. I things seem to be working better, but I'm talking quieter. My desktop is wood. I'm knocking on wood. Because you guys know, you guys that have been tuning into my lives since the beginning, because I started doing lives a year ago now, something like that. The amount of tech issues I've had, the amount of white hairs that have resulted. In fact, you can kind of see, there's one. My kids are the cause of most of the white hairs, but tech issues are the cause of the rest of them. Whatever. We'll just see. Have wine before you go on. It would be entertaining. It would be bad. I haven't had wine in a really long time, and wine, it doesn't take much with me. Someday. Someday. But anyway, I appreciate you guys, and yeah, I will talk to everybody in a couple days if you tune in, but I'll talk to you guys later.